Hey guys, this is Father Andrew Jones, pastor here at City of St. Jude Parish. We just give a little homily highlight videos, something we want to start doing every week, and just give you a little idea for a minute or two about what's coming up this weekend. This weekend we have Mark's version of the Good Shepherd. We hear about Jesus being moved with pity in his heart when he sees the crowds that are following him across the Sea of Galilee. He says that they are like sheep without a shepherd, and that his heart is moved with pity for them, and so he begins to teach them many things. And this is after last week, where the disciples have been sent out on their own first missionary journey by themselves without Jesus. Everybody's tired, and they want to get away, it says, to a deserted place, and they can't because people keep following them. They go across the Sea of Galilee, and they can't even get away because the crowds are so hungry for what Jesus is giving them. And instead of crossing the sea again or trying to say, hey, leave me alone, I need my own space or whatever, Jesus begins to teach them because he loves them. And he knows that they've been mistreated and misled for so long, as we hear in the first reading. So what are we to take away from this? I think the image of the Good Shepherd, and I write about this in the bulletin, it's such a central image, and it's one of the oldest depictions of Jesus in any Christian art ever. You find in the catacombs in Rome, in different paintings and statues, that Jesus is holding a sheep over his shoulders. And I think what the gospel is inviting us to do this weekend is to imagine and invite us, how can we be like that sheep that's laid across the shoulders of Jesus, like in his hands, right, and resting. And then there's lots of ways that we can do that. I want to invite us to think about things that maybe we know that we ought to do, or we know we should do more often, but we don't take advantage of. Ways to rest on the shoulders of Jesus, the Good Shepherd. I mean, one of those ways is obviously prayer. Praying the Gospels in particular, picking Matthew, Mark, Luke, or John, and then just reading through that Gospel and asking the Lord, what do you want to tell me today in this passage that I'm reading, this chapter that I'm reading? That's going to help also with Mass. Some people say, I come to Mass and it's not spiritual, or I don't get uplifted or whatever. Well, some of that is how the Mass is presented, or the music or whatever, but some of that's you. You can come to Mass prepared by reading the Gospel beforehand. It's published, it's available online. Maybe you pray with it before you show up on Sunday or Saturday and ask, Lord, what do you want to tell me through this Gospel? Another way, I think, is taking a retreat. So many people don't take advantage of how many wonderful retreats there are all over the country, and not even counting Alabama. There are so many retreats available in places like the Shrine in Hanceville, or the Sister Servants of the Eternal Word in Birmingham, or we have our own retreats down at the Visitation Monastery in Mobile. Men of St. Joseph. I mean, there's so many. Our Knights of Peter Claver and things like that. So take advantage of retreats to go away by yourself with Jesus. And then the last thing, of course, is the sacraments, Mass and confession. These are ways in which we can begin to rest on the shoulders of Jesus and let him carry us and put us on his shoulders through receiving him in the sacrament of the Eucharist and in being reconciled to him in confession. So let's take this weekend and what are some of those concrete ways that you can do this coming week so that you can be like that sheep resting on the shoulders of Jesus, the Good Shepherd. God bless you.